I fell in love with this seed when it came to me as a pacifier instead of a chocolate and took away my tears as a child. The cashew nut is unique. Besides being tasty and nutritious, it is probably the only seed that grows outside the apple, but to me, it is more special. Today, cashew nut is one of the major commercial crops of the district, but the quantity produced is not sufficient to meet the requirements of the cashew nut factory in Mangalore. Large quantities of cashew nut are being imported from Africa, which are being processed and exported again from the district. Raw cashew nuts are roasted at high temperature either in steel drums out of contact with air or in cashew nut shell liquid oil bath. During the process of roasting, cashew kernel is extracted from the shell, which at the same time is made brittle and easier to break. The cashew industry was started for the first time in India in Mangalore in the second decade of this century. Mangalore is thus the birthplace of this industry. Thereafter, the industry spread to other parts of the country. Now, nearly 80% of this industry in India is centered in and around Koilon in Kerala state, and South Canara accounts to about 12%. An important foreign exchange earner, the cashew industry is at the doorstep of a major growth, which has been much promoted by the government of India.
Mangalore cashews are known to be one of the best in the world, and we do command a premium when it comes to prices. The only handicap as of now is that we do not have enough supplies to cater to the global demands. That being the case, that would be a huge opportunity for more entrepreneurs to come into this industry. Cashew is not in a particular shape, in a different shape and different sizes. So if you go in for mechanization, the percentage of brokens is higher. So whereas in the Indian industry, the percentage of brokens is about 15 to 20%, the mechanized processing results in about 40% brokens. The realization for brokens is much less than the realization for the whole cashews.
After roasting, the nuts are to be shelled. This denotes the process of breaking open the outer thick shell and removing the kernel with its husk attached to its surface. This is done by cutting open the outer shell by a machine operated manually. The shell kernels have a pink skin covering, which has to be removed before the kernels are made edible. This skin is attached fast to the kernel and can be only loosened after the kernels have been dried and the moisture in the husk is removed by contact with hot air. After the kernels are kept for several hours in a hot room or a drying chamber, they lose much of their moisture and shrink slightly. Thereafter, the thin skin is removed by hand without difficulty. The peeled kernels are then graded depending on the size, color, appearance, either wholes or pieces, and such other considerations. During the process of roasting, most of the oil in the shell oozes out and this is collected. The shells obtained after shelling are crushed in expellers to separate the oil, which is left in the shell. 98% of the workforce in this industry is women. Continuous hours of concentrated work are seen here. Their fingers have high dexterity and thus work progresses at a rapid pace with high accuracy and precision. Cashew and Pepper Export Promotion Council, set up by the Government of India, is taking up measures to introduce cashew in new countries. The industry is now seeing foreign competition.
The crop size of India will go from the present 550,000 tons to 1.9 million tons by the year 2020. We have supporting evidence to this effect for the simple reason that cashew is not being grown in the traditional areas where it was being grown hitherto.
Whether looked at as a food by itself or as a culinary ingredient, cashew today is an international celebrity. With food trends changing with marked nutritional orientation worldwide, the production and consumption has steadily grown over the years. With camera person Austin, this is Viju Mangalore signing off from TV Daiji World.